In the 9 years following the end of the Civil War, Texas struggled to find ways to deal with the social and financial issues produced by the war. President Andrew Johnson appointed Andrew Hamilton as provisional governor, as many Texans supported his Unionist position. In the election of 1869, Judge Edmund J. Davis ran for governor against Hamilton and won. His administration called for law and order backed by a state police and restored militia, public schools, internal improvements, bureaus of immigration and geology, and protection of the frontier. The state government wanted to get rid of the Indians. A frontier protection bill provided for ranging companies of troops, although they were never funded sufficiently enough to have an effect. The Davis government's chief problem in Indian affairs was that the Republican federal government was trying to get Indians onto reservations, while most white Texans wanted them exterminated instead. Several raids were recorded in the Central Texas area during these years, including the Legion Valley Massacre in February 1868 and the Whitlock Massacre on December 7, 1870. Following the Warren Wagon Train raid in May 1871, 2 chiefs involved were tried in a civil court, the first of its kind, and both were found guilty and sentenced to hang. Supporters of the Quaker peace policy convinced Governor Davis to commute the Indian sentences to life imprisonment. Then in October 1873, they were paroled. On August 2, 1873, a band of approximately 20 Comanche Indians began a campaign in Llano County to steal horses. They then attacked cattle herders near San Saba, wounding Newton Phillips. On Monday, August 4th, a cow wandered home to the Moss Ranch, where James Ragsdale Moss and his brothers made their home. She had an arrow in her side, a clear indication that Indians were nearby. The next morning, James, his brothers Stephen and William, along with Robert Brown, Archer Martin, Pinckney Ayers, Eli Lloyd, and Elijah Harrington, caught the trail of the Indians, following it for 20 or more miles. They located the Indians' camp at the top of Packsaddle Mountain. All of the Indians were dismounted. Around them was over 200 pounds of beef, several horses, blankets, and other items. All of the Indians were caught off guard. Some were even sleeping. The men at first attacked on horse or muleback, but then dismounted, continuing the combat on foot, firing their 6 shooters at the surprised Indian party. Only 4 of the 8 men were wounded. Of the 20 or so Indians, only 1 was killed, the others finally retreating after an hour of battle, leaving behind the horses and other items that the Moss party gathered and took with them. The 4 wounded were treated at the home of John B. Duncan by Dr. C.C. Smith. The fight marked the last Indian raid in Llano County. The Packsaddle Mountain fight is immortalized in the painting of the same name by artist Jack Moss, showing how each side fought desperately. Jack Moss obtained permission to access the mountain, now all privately owned property, in order to accurately depict the area where the fight took place. The painting, along with some of the guns used in the fight, may be viewed at the Llano Museum in Llano, Texas. In 1936, descendants of the Moss family placed a monument to mark the site at the top of the mountain. Another monument is located at the intersection of County Road 309 and State Highway 71 in Llano County.